Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an inexplicable wealth, almost as if it's supernaturally bestowed? In many cultures, such wealth is often attributed to luck, inheritance, or hard work. But in Java, a region rich with cultural beliefs and folklore, there's another explanation that is far more mystical. Pesugihan Tuyul. Pesugihan Tuyul, a concept deeply ingrained in Javanese culture, presents an intriguing bridge between the tangible world of wealth and the ethereal realm of the supernatural. It's a belief that suggests some individuals acquire their wealth not through conventional means, but through a pact with a supernatural entity known as a Tuyul. The origins of this belief trace back to ancient Javanese folklore. The word Pesugihan is derived from the Javanese term sugi, which means rich, while Tuyul refers to a mythical spirit in the form of a small child. According to the law, these Tuyul spirits are employed by individuals seeking wealth in exchange for certain offerings. But this is no mere fairy tale from a bygone era. Pesugihan Tuyul continues to hold a certain sway in contemporary Javanese society. It has become a part of the societal fabric, a narrative that shapes the way people perceive inexplicable wealth. It's a topic often whispered about in hushed tones, a subject of intrigue, skepticism, and sometimes fear. However, it's important to note that this belief is not universally accepted. There are those who dismiss it as superstition, while others hold it as a deeply personal belief. Regardless of one's stance, the concept of Pesugihan Tuyul undeniably adds a layer of mystery and intrigue to the human pursuit of wealth. So, whether you're a skeptic, a believer, or simply a curious bystander, you must admit the idea of wealth gained through supernatural means is a fascinating one. Now that we've set the stage, you might be curious about the characteristics of people who are believed to have Pesugihan Tuyul. Intriguingly, those believed to have Pesugihan Tuyul often display an unexplained sudden increase in wealth. Imagine waking up one day to find that your ordinary neighbor suddenly owns a gleaming new car, a sprawling mansion, and has a bank account that would make a celebrity blush. This breathtaking escalation of fortune, seemingly overnight, is often associated with the mysterious Pesugihan Tuyul. The wealth of these individuals is not the result of a lucky lottery ticket or a sudden inheritance from a long-lost relative. It's not even the fruit of years of hard work and investment. No, this wealth appears as if by magic, leaving communities and individuals scratching their heads in bewilderment. Societal reactions to these sudden increases in wealth are as diverse as the communities themselves. Some regard these new millionaires with awe and envy, wishing they too could stumble upon such fortune. Others, however, cast a skeptical eye, their minds buzzing with questions. How did they get so rich so quickly? Where does the money come from? Is it legal? And perhaps the most whispered question of all, could it be Pesugihan Tuyul? Indeed, such wealth invites a wave of skepticism. It fuels rumors and speculation, whispers of the supernatural, and tales of Pesugihan Tuyul. These stories circulate in hushed tones, pass from person to person, spreading like wildfire. The newly wealthy individual becomes the subject of intrigue and speculation, their every move scrutinized for signs of the supernatural. Yet, it's important to remember that while wealth is a significant hallmark of Pesugihan Tuyul, it's not the only one. The sudden and unexplained acquisition of wealth is merely the most visible sign, the one that catches the eye and stirs the imagination. But as we'll see, there are other, perhaps even more telling characteristics of those rumored to have Pesugihan Tuyul. While wealth is the most obvious sign, it is not the only characteristic of those rumored to have Pesugihan Tuyul. Another sign often mentioned is an odd or mysterious behavior, especially during certain times of the day. In the complex world of Pesugihan Tuyul, unusual behaviors and rituals play a significant role. These behaviors, often deemed as peculiar by the uninitiated, are considered necessary by those who are said to be in cahoots with the miniature spirits. Let's dive into some of these peculiarities. One of the most common odd behaviors is the individual's tendency to isolate themselves during certain hours of the day. It's said that this is when they communicate with their unseen companions. This can take the form of silent meditation or even talking to seemingly empty spaces. Another behavior often associated with Pesugihan Tuyul is an unusual sleeping pattern. It's believed that those who have made a pact with the Tuyul often wake up in the middle of the night, particularly during the witching hour, which is around 3 in the morning. This is supposedly the prime time for these spirits to be active. Unusual eating habits are also a common theme. Some claim that those who possess Pesugihan Tuyul may indulge in peculiar diets, often consuming foods that are distinctively salty or sweet, presumably to please their Tuyul counterparts. However, it's important to remember that these behaviors are deeply rooted in cultural beliefs. They are part of a complex tapestry of folklore and superstition that has been woven over generations. It's easy to label these behaviors as odd or mysterious, but for the individuals involved, they are a part of a deeply personal and often misunderstood spiritual journey. These behaviors, while intriguing, can also lead to social ostracization. The fear of the unknown, coupled with the tendency to stigmatize what is not understood, can often lead to those who are believed to possess Pesugihan Tuyul being shunned or feared by their community. These behaviors, while intriguing, are often misunderstood and can lead to social ostracization. Perhaps the most eerie characteristic is the belief of unseen companions or Tuyul that are said to accompany these individuals. To truly grasp this concept, we must delve into the folklore that surrounds these unseen entities. In many Southeast Asian cultures, Tuyul are considered mythical creatures, often depicted as small, childlike beings. Now you might be thinking, well, that doesn't sound so terrifying. But here's the catch. These Tuyul are not your typical Peter Pan-esque lost boys. They are said to be spirits, conjured and kept by individuals seeking wealth through supernatural means, also known as Pesugihan. The relationship between the Tuyul and their human companion is not one of master and servant, but more akin to a parent and child. The human must care for the Tuyul, providing it with toys and food. In return, the Tuyul is believed to bring wealth and fortune to its caretaker. But where does this wealth come from, you ask? The folklore holds that Tuyul steal from others to enrich their human companion. They're like mischievous little Robin Hoods, but instead of giving to the poor, they give to their human. This is believed to be the source of the unexplained wealth that individuals with Pesugihan Tuyul possess. It's also worth noting that these Tuyul are thought to exist in a realm invisible to the human eye. They are these individuals' unseen companions, ever present but rarely, if ever, detected by those around them. However, as intriguing as this might sound, it's important to remember that these are cultural beliefs deeply ingrained in folklore. The existence of Tuyul, like any supernatural entity, is subject to individual belief and interpretation. Understanding these characteristics can give us a deeper insight into this cultural phenomenon. So we've learned quite a bit about the characteristics of those believed to have Pesugihan Tuyul. Let's take a moment to recap some of the key points we've discussed. Firstly, we delved into the sudden and unexplained wealth that seems to surround individuals associated with Pesugihan Tuyul. These are people who, seemingly out of nowhere, start to enjoy an extravagant lifestyle. Their sudden affluence is often inexplicable by conventional means, leading to whispers of supernatural involvement. Next, we talked about mysterious behavior. This can range from peculiar habits to unusual personality changes. Often, these individuals may seem to be engrossed in conversations with unseen entities, or they might exhibit habits that are out of character or unexplainable. It's this mystery that adds another layer of intrigue to the concept of Pesugihan Tuyul. The unseen companions were also a significant part of our discussion. In the lore of Pesugihan Tuyul, these are often thought to be spirits or supernatural entities that assist in the accumulation of wealth. They're unseen, but their presence is felt, adding an eerie aspect to the narrative. But beyond the intrigue and the mystery, it's crucial to remember the cultural significance of these beliefs. They're deeply rooted in certain cultures, a testament to the rich tapestry of folklore and mythology that makes up our shared human experience. Whether you believe in them or not, these tales offer a glimpse into the human psyche, our fears, our desires, and our attempts to make sense of the unexplainable. As we continue to explore the fascinating world of the supernatural, it's essential to respect and understand the cultural context in which these beliefs exist. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and your mind open.